we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Here's the crazy thing. Everyone's talking about inflation today. That's the wrong thing to talk about. We're not talking about inflation. What we're talking about is devaluation of currencies in the Western world. The Western world is up to their eyeballs in debt. They have no way to pay it back. Their only choice is to devalue it by trashing their currencies. That is how empires eventually fall. It's happened throughout the course of history. Every fiat currency eventually falls under its own weight. And that's what's going on.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. And I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love, keep it coming. Now, of course, guys, we go over Bitcoin and cryptos first. And we took a shellacking last night. We had Elon Musk, the puppet, comes out and says no longer accepting Bitcoin as purchase for cars. Now, that dropped us $365 billion. Come on, guys, you can't fall for that. That's the Fed just pulling back. But we also see an exclusive. At the same time he's tweeting that out, we learned that Elon Musk is seeking billions in the U.S. renewables fuel credit market. So, guys, we see the manipulation. Remember, guys, they build up a narrative, have you looking one way while they're taking the money out the back door. So, yes, they're seeking billions of dollars in renewables. We know where this is going. We know climate change. We know the agenda. That's why I tweeted it out, so therefore you understood. So while he's sending out that tweet about Bitcoin, he's making a backdoor move to get billions from the actual renewables. And guys, everything is planned out. Do not forget about that. And just like I stated, guys, a lot of the cryptos bled out. And when there's blood in the streets, not your financial advice, not financial advice, please do your own research. But majority of times we go right back up because they're not ready to bring us down just yet. Remember, the narrative has to be built first. We know we are the only game in town on the weekend. We just have to make it to the weekend. As we see, the stock market is now pulled up a little. Same thing I put on my Crypto Teacher channel, that stocks will come back up the same way cryptos will come back up. Just like I said, I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But make sure you are paying attention to the indicators in stocks and in cryptos because they're going to tell you everything. And of course, in cryptos, it's about volume, Tether, and USDC. Do not forget about the Fed, $50 billion on a daily basis. Make sure you're looking at how much they're doing on a daily basis for the actual repos. And then also, guys, we know the Janet Yellen Fund ends in June. We're definitely going to have a pullback end of June or July. But we know the Fed already prices that in before we get there. So that's the reason why we're seeing a pullback. Also, guys, we have Grayscale. GDLC, Grayscale's diversified crypto fund files to become SEC reporting company. Also, guys, we have Grayscale Bitcoin Trust hits record discount of over 20%. And we know the Grayscale lockup period ends in late June or early July anyway for the actual asset. So, guys, we have to make sure we look at the Grayscale manipulation. And over these next 2 weeks, guys, it's going to be very volatile. We have BAC on the 20th. We have CME on the 28th. So there is no breathing period. So like I stated, make sure you're actually looking at the indicators. Make sure you're doing your research so therefore you can strategize. But we're definitely going to be having some big swings. Also, guys, we have Vitalik sells Shiba, takes a 40% nosedive. And just like I stated, with these meme coins, guys, it's gambling, it's betting. Yes, sometimes it pays off. Just depends on the time you get in. But for most people, they're left holding the bag. Now, getting over to Mark Yusko comment about hyperdeflation. And guys, you know I used to talk about that all the time last year. But guys, you know we go through an inflationary period. And we've been going through that for decades and decades. And yes, he's exactly right. We're going to go through hyperdeflation. But the Fed has to do what? Cause a problem, wait for the reaction, run in with the solution, and that is cryptos. Yes, the dollar is not going anywhere. That's the reason why they have to get these stable coins out. So when you listen to people like Mark Yusko, the other people you constantly see on CNBC, they're only going to give you half truth because they never talk about the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is going to make everything cheaper, but there's going to be a price to pay. Privacy, control. You're going to get free money, but there's definitely an agenda behind it. Remember what R3 David said. Cryptos can boost the actual economy. You have 3 months, 6 months to spend that money or poof, it's gone. And that's exactly where we're headed. We can look at the economy right now. September 6th, all these people, that free money is going to run out. And then reality sets in. We know the government is waiting for that because they're going to run in with that solution. Now we have Vitalik also says Uniswap should become an Oracle token for stablecoins. And I definitely agree. Do not forget Chainlink is a piece of that, but definitely stablecoins are the foundation of this crypto economy. And we're starting to see that play out. And I'm going to go over that lastly with Facebook. Now, we have Samsung as Ledger Wallet support. So, guys, we knew that was coming, adoption. And then also, guys, we have DeFi lending platform Aave reveals permission pool for institutions. Lets the big banks play with DeFi. And, guys, what do we know this is about? They're ready to flip the switch. Of course, they're going to go through their testing, but they're definitely ready. It's right around the corner, guys. Only thing you have to do is keep up with China's digital yuan. They're constantly testing and they're constantly passing all tests. Remember, guys, February 2022, in the Olympics, the digital yuan is going to be used. Now we have the central banks of Bahrain and JP Morgan to work on digital currency settlement pilot, transacting in the US dollar. And we know JP Morgan is working on what? That's right, Federal Reserve 2.0. It is definitely coming. And lastly, guys, we have Silvergate to issue a dollar-backed stablecoin working with Facebook. So remember I went over that Facebook was trying to get a license with the Swiss. Now they're going to move that application over to the U.S. Remember I told you that made no sense? But guys, we know that how important Facebook is going to be. That platform is so important to the social credit. Everything that China's doing, Facebook is the perfect platform. It already has all your KYC. Majority of people already have Facebook or Instagram. So it's the perfect platform. Shopping, working, gaming, everything can be done on Facebook. We definitely know it's coming. People are sitting at home. Facebook can allow them to do different tasks in order to get paid. We know the social shopping experience, social credit. All of it's social. And it's like I state, Facebook is a perfect platform. And we know all this is done behind the scenes. What also is behind the scenes? Bitcoin Lightning. Yes, everybody's talking about Bitcoin, but everybody forgot all the work and billions of dollars that's been going with Bitcoin Lightning, a faster transaction. Is nothing but an avenue to push those forward. Remember, all the satellites have in space. The New World Order allows you to see what they want you to see. You have to go behind the curtain in order to find out what's really going on. Because Facebook, Bitcoin Lightning, we don't get any news about. We receive a lot of news about a lot of different cryptocurrencies, but those two is always in the dark. The reason why, because they're going to be big pieces in this new paradigm shift. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. Cryptoteacher stock channel. Do not forget about the stock channel, guys. Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Cobalt, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home. You got that home stocks, the C word. The biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.